Hello friends, welcome to my channel Amrita's Code World. Yes, from now onwards, my channel Amrita's World will be known as Amrita's Code World. So friends, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get notified of my upcoming videos. And yes, if you like my video, please do like as well. From my previous lectures, I have started showing the practical implementation of Python coding. I explained two Python programs using interactive mode. Today, I am going to show you how to write Python code in script mode as well. So, enough talk of Python. Let's start coding. So friends, today I am going to start with few practical examples of Python topics which I have already covered in my previous videos. So first today I am going to start with the concept of Lvalues and Rvalues of variables. What are Lvalues? Lvalue are nothing but the expressions that can come on the left hand side of an assignment. And what is Rvalue? Yes, you are right. The expressions that can come on the right hand side of an assignment. So we will see the examples. See here, x equal 30, y equal 40. So x and y are the objects where the values can be assigned. So that should be on the left hand side of the assignment operator. So that's why we call it as Lvalue. And what about 30 and 40? That is placed on the right hand side of the assignment operator because these 30 and 40 are the Rvalues. So variable names can come on the left hand side of an assignment operator. Now what you cannot do, you cannot write like this 30 equal x and 40 equal y because the variables where we are going to assign the values we need to write on the left hand side of the assignment operator. So if you write like this 30 equal x and 40 equal y, it will generate an error. Okay. Now let us move on to the next topic. Yes, multiple assignment. Now what is multiple assignment? That I am going to show you with the coding. Now, how to assign same value to a multiple variables? First, we'll see that in Python shell. So, I write here x equal, y equal, z equal, suppose for example 20. So, all the variables x, y and z got the value 20. So, if I print now, if I print the values of x, y and z, it will display the same value for all the three variables. Now let us see that how we can assign multiple values to multiple variables. So let us see x comma y comma z equal, I write the value, say for example 12 comma 15 comma 18. Okay. Now again, I'll print, I just copy this code from here and I will put it here. So we get x as 12, y as 15 and z as 18. So see, the values are assigned in order to all the three variables. Now let us see that if we would like to swap the values of two variables, in Python it is very easy to do. Say for example, x comma y equal, say for example, I write the values, say here 16 comma 18. So what are the values of x and y? 16 and 18. Now I would like to swap the values, like interchanging the values. So it will be x comma y equal y comma x. It's so simple to do it in Python. Friends, I would like to highlight one thing here. Like other programming languages, say for example, C++, Java, where you cannot swap the values of the variable so easily. You'll have to take the help of either third variable, or you'll have to do at least two other operations like first addition and subtraction. Then you can swap the values of two variables. But in Python, it's so simple. So that's why Python has become so popular, because it is so easy to swap the values of two variables. So I just write x comma y equal y comma x. So now let us see whether the values are swapped or not. So I write print x comma y. Yes, so what are the values should be printed here? X was 16, y was 18. So we should get here what? Yes, you're right. You will get here 18 and 16. Please note here that wherever we are using comma as a separator in print function, so their space is being generated automatically by the Python interpreter. Okay. Now, so we have seen that how we can assign multiple values. Now let us see another example. Say for example, I write here x comma y equal, say for example, I write here 5 comma 7. Okay. Now see what I do. I write now y equal, say for example, y comma z equal, I write maybe x minus 2. Okay. Then comma, say for example, x plus 2. Okay. Now, so what I have done here, I have assigned 5 to x, 7 to y. Now what I am doing, I am writing y comma z, y I am replacing with x minus 2 and z I am replacing with x plus 2. So now if I print the values of x, y and z, let's see what it gets printed. See here, x is 5, yes, because we have not changed the values of x. Y was previously 7, now we have assigned x minus 2. So what y will get? 5 minus 2, 3. Now z has got the value 7. Why? Because it is x plus 2. So that is 5 plus 2, 7. Okay. So here we note here that the expressions started with commas are evaluated from left to right and assigned in the same order. It should be evaluated from left to right. Okay, not from right to left. And it will be assigned in the same order. Let us see another example. Say for example, x equal 20. Okay, and I write, say for example, y again comma y equal, I give the value, say for example, x plus 2 again, x plus 2, and say for example, x plus 4. Okay, now see, both the variables are y. So as I told you that the values will be assigned from left to right order. So now, yes, I think you have guessed it right, that now the value of y will be what? First, x plus 2, that is 20 plus 2 will be assigned to y. That is how much? Yes, 22. But then again, x plus 4 is assigned over here. So what is that? 20 plus 4, 24. So now if I print the value of y, it will print for you 24, because it has been assigned from left to right. So here 20 plus 2, 22, but here 20 plus 4, 24. So ultimately y will have the value 24. Now the next topic is variable is not created until some value is assigned to it. So let us see again with the example. Okay, say for example, I take here, say for example, okay, I just print the value of x. What error it is giving you? Name x is not defined, because I have not yet assigned any value to the variable x. and I'm trying to print it. So variable will not be created until unless you assign some value to it. Okay, now say for example, if I do like this, x equal 0. Yes, 0 is also a value. So here it will print x. Now, if I give here value, say for example 20, it will print what? Of course, the value will be printed as 20. So, the variable x is created in the memory only when we assign value to it. Okay, now let us see the next topic. We can use del statement to remove a variable. If we want to remove our variable, we can use our del statement. Okay, let us see. Say for example, if I use del statement and I want to completely remove this x from the memory, I can do so. See here how to implement del, then space, then the name of the variable. Now if I try to print the value of x, see here again same error, name error, we call it as name x is not defined. Why? Because by using the del statement we have removed the value of the variable. Now let us move on to the next topic, that is how to get address of a variable. Okay, we'll see the example again. Say for example I write x equal 30. Okay, so I assign the value 30 to x. Now I want to see the address. For that we have a built-in function in Python that is called id. So we have already mentioned about this address of variable in my video that I'll be sharing again in this channel in the I button. If you click on the I button, you can go to that particular video and you can refer it. See here the address. Now I assign the same value, that is y equal 30. Now see the address, id of y will also be the same. So in Python, it is an unique feature of Python that if the multiple variables having the same value will refer to the same address. Now let us see, I take another variable, say for example z equal 40. Now I try to print the address of z. Now see the address is different. So please make a note here that in Python, if multiple variables having the same values, it will point to the same address. But if the variable is having different value, it will point to the different address. Okay, now let us move on to our next topic, that is dynamic typing. Yes, it is another very unique feature of Python. What is dynamic typing? Again, you can refer to my video of Python fundamentals, which I will provide in my YouTube channel as I button. Now, a variable pointing to a value of a certain type can point to or can be made point to a value or object of different type. So this is called dynamic typing. Okay, let us see by the example. See, for example, I have assigned here, say for example, x equal 40. What is the data type of x? So we can use your type function to see the data type of x. Yes, type is a built-in function which will provide you the data type of a particular variable. So yes, it is showing the class int for integer. Yes, 40 is integer number, it's a whole number. Now let us see, I write now x equal 45.6. What is it? 45.6. It is having decimal value. So the data type is of float type. Now, if you see again, you want to see the type of x. See here. Now it is showing class float. Now I assign some string into it. What is a string? Multiple characters or sequence of characters enclosed in single quotes or double quotes. Yes, x equal hello as I assigned. Now I print x. It is printing hello. And if I want to see the data type of x, see here, it's showing class str for string. So we can make a variable point to a value of different type by reassigning a value of another type. So here I assigned first integer, then I have assigned again float value, and then I have assigned here string value. So this is quite possible in Python. Yes, here I would like to mention one thing, that when we are using dynamic typing feature of Python, we'll have to take some precaution. What is that? Say for example, x equal 10 and say for example, y equal 0. Now, if we take like y equal x divided by 2, it will give you what? Of course, it will print for you. Suppose if I want to print the value y, it's 5.0. Okay, now suppose if I assign some string into it, again hello here. Now if I try to print, can we print the value of y where x I am dividing by 2? Is it possible? It will give you error because now the data type of x has been changed from integer to string. So while using dynamic typing feature of Python, we'll have to take caution in these areas. At the end of this video, I would like to show you one program using script mode. So far, I have shown you how to interact with Python in interactive mode. So let us see this program. Program to obtain temperature in Celsius and convert it into Fahrenheit using formula. What is the formula? We all know that C into 9 by 5 plus 32 equal F. So let us see how we can do so. Okay, now to work in script mode, what you'll have to do here, you'll have to go to File and you'll have to click on New File. Okay, now what I have explained to you in my previous lecture, that you always should start with the program with a comment. Yes, it's not mandatory, but it's a good practice that when you write a program, you start with a comment. So I write here, program to obtain temperature in Celsius, and convert it into Fahrenheit. Okay. Let's start. So, how we should start? Yes, if you remember IPO cycle. So, we'll have to first decide about the input, then process, and then the output. What input we'll have to take here? We'll have to obtain temperature in Celsius. Okay. So, I take one variable for Celsius. Okay. Then, of course, the input can be of float type. So, I take here float input. Okay, function. So I write the message for the user, enter temperature. I write in short, enter temperature in Celsius. Okay, so that's the input function I have used to accept the values, and then as we know that input function by default it takes all the input as string. So since Celsius cannot be in string, so it can be either integer or float. So I have taken here, the ideally it should be a float type because Celsius can have the decimal values. So now I have entered, then see here what I will write, print temperature in Celsius is. So let us see, the user will see the value temperature in Celsius is. So I just give the variable. Okay. So now see here, as you can see in the script mode, that when you are typing at the same time, you are not able to see the values immediately on the screen because you are going to write the entire program in this file and then save it. I will show you now that how we can do so. Just let me complete the program first. So input of the program is over. Now what we'll have to do? We'll have to do the processing. So like using that formula, we'll have to assign that value into the variable. So now let us see, I am taking one variable, say for example, FAHR for Fahrenheit, and I'll simply write the formula here. Cells, that is a variable which is having the value into, yes, we'll have to use that multiplication symbol into 9 by 5 plus 32. Okay, so that is the formula I've used. Now processing is over. Now next step is what? We'll have to display the output. That is the temperature in Fahrenheit. So I'm going to do that only. So I'll just copy this part. See here, I just copy this part. And of course, I will change the value here. I just write it here. Fahrenheit. Okay. It is a string which we are providing as parameter in print function. So temperature in Fahrenheit is, so we'll have to display the value of the variable FAHR. Okay, so now input is over, processing is over, and the output. Now what step I am going to do now? See here, first we'll have to save the file with .py extension. Extension of Python file is .py. So I go to file, to save as. Yes, this is my default folder. Let it be. So here I just give the name of the file. Say for example, cells to Fahrenheit. Okay, I give the name of the file. By default, the Python extension, as you can see, the .py will be assigned to it. So I just save the file. After saving the file, I'll have to execute it. So click on run, or you can also use the shortcut key F5, the function key F5 you can use for executing, or you go to run and click on run module. Now see what happens. Yes, it is showing in Python shell the output. Enter temperature in Celsius. Say for example, in Celsius the temperature I enter as 42.3. Okay, so it's showing temperature in Fahrenheit is 108.14. So friends, that's all for today. Hope this video was very helpful, and yes, thanks for watching. And if you have not subscribed my channel Amrita's Code World 8, please do like my channel, turn on the bell icon for further notification. And yes, of course, please don't forget to like my channel, because that will motivate me to come up with lot more videos with the fun of coding. Yes, and I hope that I'll be able to deliver you the concept of programming and you will enjoy it. Thanks. Thanks for watching.